Hello, everyone. I'm Monica Moore alongside Tari Candemary. And Tari, when I look out on the field, I see pure perfection. You have a national team that went 8-0 to win their 4th consecutive world championship. You have the Tar Heels, who went 22-0 to win their 3rd national title.
Yep. Absolutely, on both sides. And what I really love about this is the fact that we're getting to see Team USA once again. This is a celebration of the Team USA squad that won gold this summer, and now we get to watch a new North Carolina offense and midfield emerge as well. They graduated some key players that are now on Team USA. I think it's just a medley of perfection, like you said.
We have a lot of talent on both sides of the field, but I think for both coaching staffs, there are some questions because, as you said, we have a national team where we've had some players retire. There is not going to be a Taylor Cummings participating today. Liz Hogan has retired, but lots of players stepping into those roles. Same for the Tar Heels, because some of their standouts from last season, including Jamie Ortega, are now on the national team side of things.
That they are, and I'm really excited to see Jamie Ortega play in this Team USA game today. You know, she was part of the training team, did not end up making that Team USA roster, but so much fun to watch. North Carolina knows her well, so I'm kind of curious how they're going to adjust and play against her. She pops in there, but again, you know, North Carolina has alums like Ali Mastriani, who we're going to see on the draw, so we're in for a good game.
And of course, one of the biggest storylines of this contest is Jenny Levy, because she is the head coach technically of both of these two teams. Today, you are going to see her on Team USA's sideline coaching the national team. Her assistant, Phil Barnes, will be coaching the Tar Heels here today. But I think this game also a celebration of Jenny Levy and all that she has meant to this sport, all that she has done, and the high standards that she has set.
Yeah, that she has standards for sure. Coach Levy not only has the best shoe game, but such a strong coach. Phil Barnes, well known for leading the Carolina defense, and now, you know, taking the lead and coaching today. The players love him, and Jenny, of course, and him have worked together for so long, so they're in good hands as well.
Sophie Student will be taking the draw here for UNC. She's the transfer out of Virginia Tech. We knew we would get an opportunity to see her today squaring off against Ali Mastriani, who was phenomenal this past summer, and Mastriani making it look easy there on our opening draw.
A beautiful win for Mastriani. She was 3rd in points for Athletes Unlimited. Gets it there to Kennedy, and Kennedy with the shot and a goal.
And that is how quickly Team USA can get on the scoreboard. Ali Kennedy, who was part of the world team this summer. Tough, gritty, two-way middies. And we know one thing about Jenny Levy. She loves the two-way middies who can really capitalize offensively and defensively.
That she does. And Ali's college coach, Joe Spallina, he's on the sideline for Team USA. I'm sure he's kind of pumped, you know, doing a little pump fake right there, excited for his player. But transition, that's what it all comes down to, is getting the ball in the draw circle and taking it over to the offensive end.
And Mastriani will head back to the draw control circle with Student. But you see how critical the draw is in the game, because you win that opening opportunity, you get all the momentum, and you get the quick score. But UNC with the answer as a draw win for Marissa White.
Yeah, White, the freshman out of Westchester, Pennsylvania. And freshmen are going to have to step up in North Carolina. We mentioned some key graduations there, so nice to see her get that nod and get that win.
Several freshmen getting starts today for Phil Barnes, who is stepping in for Jenny Levy.
And I'm excited to see on the offense Caitlin Wurzberger. She played behind Jamie Ortega, behind Ali Mastriani, Sam Geyer's back, a number of talented attackers and offensive minds. So it's a great year and a chance for Caitlin to really step into that position as the lead.
UNC working the ball around, showing some patience. One big difference in the international game, we've been talking about it all weekend long, there is no shot clock. So that is something that for the players for the Tar Heels, they will adjust to here today. We have 15-minute quarters running clock until we get to the last 30 seconds. Tar Heels trying to break free. It's Sophie Student. The shot.
Nice
What
shot.
a big save by Kaylee Waters.
Yeah, and Student doing a nice little dodge there, getting to her left side, but Waters marking so closely, watching that ball. One of my favorite things about Kaylee Waters is that she's such an athletic goalie, loves to come out of the cage as we see there, and really pushes the transition, gets that up to Kennedy, who we just saw score that tally.
And Kaylee Waters is such a great ball stopper, has good vision in terms of seeing the shot, good movement back in cage. We knew she was going to be one to watch today, and Marie McCool with the ball right now. She's another big storyline, the all-world midfielder for Team USA, who is also, of course, an assistant coach for UNC.
Yep, and McCool, the only all-world selection for Team USA playing in this game. Kayla Trainer has her coaching duties with Syracuse. Taylor Cummings, as we mentioned, retired. McDowdy, also going to be on the roster. But Team USA, another tally for them. A great take there. Just beautiful to watch. That one there by Ellie Becerra.
So Team USA quickly back-to-back on the scoreboard, showing great offensive efficiency in this contest, which is what we've come to expect from this squad in terms of their ability to create and generate on offense. And while we've talked about the retirements, the players who are not here, that core group from the offense for Team USA has returned. We haven't talked a lot about Charlotte North yet.
Oh, yeah.
And I have to tell you, Tari, it's a little weird seeing her out there in the number 50.
I know.
When we're so used to the number 10.
Yeah, Charlotte North, the great Ocho BC, number 10 this summer. So much fun to watch. But again, that's what makes Team USA special. There are so many weapons that they can use on the field. It's not just one player doing everything. It's everyone working together. And I think Coach Levy has really cultivated that sort of system for them. Oh, and a nice close win there, but a grab. Belle Smith, one of my favorite players to watch. One of the few collegiate players on this Team USA roster today. Also plays for Sixes, but she's a rock star at BC.
And Belle Smith bringing the ball up the field. Quick handoff to Kinsey Kent.
Kent, the ice hockey star at BC as well, so they know each other pretty well. There we get a close look at Charlotte. Look at the dodge and a shot. Oh, but a good save.
She is so quick, always looking for her shot. The fan favorite,
yep.
Charlotte North. I know a lot of this crowd here today with those young fans, you always see the young girls in the Charlotte North jerseys.
Oh yeah, and there's Sam Apuzzo, one of my absolute favorite players. I'm a Sam Apuzzo stan. So gritty, off the field, quiet and chill, but on the field, she is a competitor. And there we saw a little bit of a scrum for a ground ball, but Team USA stays with it.
Lots of representation today from Boston College, the Boston College grads that Team USA knows so well.
Absolutely. A nice save by Kent. Kent has such great stick work. That one there just goes out of bounds. Carolina faithful are excited.
That's Kaylee Harden. That's one of the freshmen. Jenny Levy told us about her. They are so excited to have her coming into this program. And one place that we have seen her and will continue to see her is on the draw.
Yeah, the draw is going to be crucial, but I'm loving that this North Carolina defense is not scared off by, Team USA, red, white, and blue. They are playing lacrosse business as usual. Their fall ball opportunity to show their coaches what they're made of. There's Brooklyn Walker-Welsh, well known in the Canadian and international systems as well. She actually plays on the offensive end, so I always love seeing her up there. Not only is she a great defender, but she can score as well.
Truly an exciting young player who is one of the top returners for UNC, had some critical moments in the run to the national championship for the Tar Heels.
And there's number 10, Alyssa Long, looking to go for it. That shot there goes out of bounds, but foul called, so it looks like we may just see someone there at the center hash.
Yeah, first free position opportunity of the afternoon. Alyssa Long, the junior, out of Springfield, Pennsylvania, looking to get UNC on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and marked very, very closely there by Olivia Dirks. Elects not to take it. Not a bad idea. Use the space you have. There's no shot clock, so they really have the luxury of time as we are just under 9 minutes in the first quarter.
And as we've talked about all weekend long, because of the international rules, possession is really important because teams can hang on to the ball for quite some time. The draws are important, and the shot selection is very important.
Yeah, don't gotta rush perfection. A nice one there. Number 36, Caroline Goodine.
Like the idea, looking for Wurzburger, who is one of the top targets for UNC, returning, had 56 goals, 20 assists last season for the Tar Heels, who put up big numbers offensively, but an interception.
A beautiful, beautiful intersection there for Team USA. That one by number 6. Taking it all the way to the middle, hands it off to Apuzzo. Oh, and look at the ball movement. North with it now. I love how they just look up and are always looking to see what that next pass is. There's no selfishness on this team.
That was Massera on the interception, and now Team USA looking to set up. We had some late number changes to the roster for the Tar Heels. So if the numbers do not reflect what you're seeing in your programs, that is why. Big stop there by the goalkeeper, Alicia Nicholas.
And a nice take there, that little question mark by North, but Nicholas tracking the ball real nice. We get to see a Carolina transition. One of my favorite parts of every Carolina team is just how beautifully they transition upfield.
Getting the ball up the field. The goal by Caitlin Wurzberger, and UNC is on the scoreboard.
And who else but Wurs to get them started? One of the most prolific high school lacrosse players, over 1,000 points during her time at American Heritage School in Florida. And listen, like we said at the beginning, she is going to be the offensive player to watch for North Carolina.
But it all starts in transition for the Tar Heels. Emily Nall's doing such a good job getting the ball up the field. As you said, it is perfection for UNC when they're working the ball up the field on these breaks. Very hard for the defense to recover. That is UNC lacrosse at its best.
And back we go to the draw circle there. North Carolina switch up Sophie Student. So transfers, I feel like North Carolina has done a great job of utilizing the transfer portal to get some key players and plug in when they have transfers. Sam Geyer's back was a great transfer last season. Student hoping to have some of her luck.
What a great battle here to win the draw. It's finally scooped up by Brooklyn Newman, the graduate student.
Gets it to Walker Welsh, and again, so quick, Marissa White with it there. White pushing it up field.
And you get the sense UNC knows that one of their best opportunities today is going to be in transition, because it's hard to contend with the national team in their settled defense.
Yep, and there's McCool. McCool gets it, bringing it upfield. A fantastic dodger. She was actually one of the youngest players on the 2017 World Championship team, and she goes to the house with a goal.
Wow. Marie McCool takes it all the way up the field, calls her own number, and converts for the Tar Heels. She had 24 points and 17 draw control wins in the World Championships this summer.
Marie McCool can literally do it all. I mean, we see just how well she plays defense and knows for the ball, going straight to that ground ball. And again, Coach Levy has highlighted the importance of the two-way midi. She said for players listening and watching, the young players know that it's great and important to be able to do all the things on the field. You don't necessarily have to specialize just on one thing. The Team USA system loves a two-way midi, and everyone is valuable on this field.
It's true, and I think there's a big emphasis on playing defense in that system. That is so critical and important to Jenny Levy, and she spoke about that this summer in the international context. When you're playing with 10 players on the field, you have to be able to play that good man-to-man defense, which can sometimes get overlooked.
And McCool, again, using that height to get up. But the ball will go North Carolina's way, and a chance for them to get back on the board. Livy Lawton pushing it upfield, getting it behind the net.
You see how contested every single draw control is. These teams going toe-to-toe here in the opening minutes.
Yeah, Lauren Figueroa with it, another grad transfer to watch as well. And Team USA is doing a great job of kind of lulling them, right? They're pushing them out past the arches and forcing North Carolina to make those really big, long passes. They're not giving them a lot of room to work with, but let's see if they can convert, and they do. A nice take there, number 24, Liv Pickle.
That is a fantastic take by Pickle. And we've seen great balance in terms of the offense for UNC as well. We talked about Wurzberger. We think she's going to be one of the top options offensively coming into this season. But Pickle stepping up there, and UNC is going to continue to look to have that balance. That was one of the reasons they were such a force this season. They had so many different offensive weapons. You never knew who was going to step up in the moment for the Tar Heels. And once again, Sophie Student will return to the draw control circle. We've seen her take most of the draws for the Tar Heels, even though Kaylee Harden took one. And another great job, Mastriani, just pushing the ball back to where she thought she could get to it. She controls the ball so well on the draws, but UNC gonna come up with another draw control win. Livy Lawton with some good coverage there.
Yep, and there's Brooklyn Walker-Wells pushing it up on the offensive end. She's so speedy, and it's like she's always open on that right side in the midfield, so might as well look for her. Another chance for North Carolina. All about using their space. On almost a loss there, but there's Kayla Wood. She was an alternate for the team this summer at the World Championship, and so much fun to watch on the defensive end.
And I think a lot of people feel that she's part of the big future of U.S. women's lacrosse. As you said, did not make the team this summer, but she's one of the most veteran players now that is available to be back on the roster. Another free position opportunity for the Tar Heels. Tar Heels looking for the pass, I believe.
Yeah, that one there just errant, so it is out of bounds. Ball's gonna go Team USA's way. Meg Dowdy, a staple for the USA defense, didn't get to play in every single game this summer during the World Championship due to injury, but got a chance to watch her all season with AU, and such a fantastic defender from her Maryland days.
And you see here, Kaylee Waters, we talked about her really starting to charge offensively. She's almost at the midfield line, bringing the ball up the field for Team USA. But Tari, interesting choices on the free positions for UNC, because the first opportunity they did not elect to take it. The second one they're looking to pass.
Yep. I think that's because they know the footwork of Team USA is fantastic. They're gonna get there. They're so speedy with that first step, especially Kayla Wood. So it's all about, you know, being smart and careful with the passes and the ball that you're taking.
McCool once again helping helping Team USA get into their offense.
Almost an errant one there for Molly Hendrick, but able to get it on back to Kenzie Kent, another alternate. Look at Kent, and she goes!
Tiptoeing along the crease.
Too easy.
Oh my goodness.
And just think, she can also do that in ice skates, by the way. She can also do that in ice skates.
She is absolutely tremendous. Such a bright future ahead for her on the national team. That's kind of a big storyline we have here today in terms of these athletes. We all know of Kenzie Kent, who plays ice hockey. She plays lacrosse. But Sam Swart, a good storyline as well. Multi-sport athlete, kind of doing double duty this weekend.
Yeah, that she is. Sam Swart plays also for the Syracuse field hockey team, using her 5th year of athletic eligibility to play field hockey. And then also, you know, the summer was in Birmingham playing sixes for Team USA. So just fantastic to watch. I'm so happy that she's able to enjoy playing both of her favorite sports. And, you know, we're lucky to see her this weekend as well.
So it will be Kaylee Harden once again for UNC in the draw control circle, as Phil Barnes, I think, trying to see who's going to step up there for his team. Meanwhile, for Team USA, Olivia Dirks.
A nice win by Dirks. I mean, Team USA on the circle is so strong, but a pick up there for Harden. She did not give that one up, went after that ground ball, even after the loss. And another UNC transition. We are off.
And you see the pressure, though, of Team USA.
Yep, Team USA is just so good on the ride. They crash so well. And there is Wurzburger!
It is tic-tac-toe passing. The assist from Nicole Humphrey. The goal for Caitlin Wurzburger. UNC in transition is something to see.
And Wurzburger, 76 points last season. She's got 2 goals today. Was just wide open, snuck out from that right side around the crease. And listen, they found her tic-tac-toe.
Unbelievable effort there. And again, it starts with the draw. The draw has been so critical in this competition thus far. It will be Harden again, but I think important to mention Olivia Dirks. She's on the UNC roster as well. So playing today for the national team.
And what an honor that is, playing against and with teammates. So much fun. And you'll also notice no one is coming into the middle until possession is gained. We'll chat more about some rules in the next quarter, but 3 quarters to go, 15 minutes down. I'm having fun. Monica, are you having fun?
Absolutely. This is about as good as it gets. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Team USA leading UNC 4-3.
Yo, yo, yo. Do you know? I've seen it all before. This goes Tiger. Just as sharp from the bended knee. My main man, Money the King. There ain't nothing I ain't seen.
Okay, old school. Have you seen someone ball like Ja Morant? You know you can't. You've never seen anyone like a thing. The point guard queen, Sky, or Chloe Kim. Do you know there's never been anyone else like them? Look, OG, no disrespect. I know you think you've seen everything, but you ain't seen nothing yet. Checkmate.
Every player knows the skills you learn on the field can be the foundation for anything you choose to do in life.
Thank you for connecting me to a greater community.
We're growing beyond goals on the field.
And our futures are united.
So thank you, Lacrosse.
For inspiring me to be me.
We are better,
Safer.
And wiser together.
And we're building a stronger future
For everyone.
We have a good one on our hands here at U.S. Lacrosse headquarters. UNC has come to play, going head-to-head with the U.S. women's national team. I think both teams looked very impressive in the early goings, and these draw control battles have been one of the most fun things to watch so far.
Absolutely. The midfield and the transition is where things have been shining. And Caitlin Worsberger, 2 goals thus far for North Carolina, really stepping into that leadership role left open by the graduations of Jamie Ortega, Ali Mastriani, Sam Geirersbach, etc.
We have seen several options in the circle. Sophie Student and Kaylee Harden for UNC, Ali Mastriani, Olivia Dirks for the national team.
And Ali Mastriani just so good on the draw circle. Just puts it exactly where she needs it or where her teammates need it. Easy for McCool to win. She knew exactly where it was going. And we're off. Back to Mastriani it goes.
And you see how quickly the national team looks to push the ball up the field. Great in transition, but a big stop for the Tar Heels.
Yeah, but a nice save there. Alicia Nicholas, the goalie, favored to win the starting job. But listen, competition does not end. And this fall ball series, this is a great opportunity for North Carolina's newer players or players that maybe didn't get a ton of play in the last couple seasons to get a chance to play against the best in the world.
So as you alluded to, Taylor Moreno, the goalkeeper for UNC, has graduated, the goalkeeper from the national championship team. So that spot is vacant in terms of players competing to fill that role. Moreno, of course, here this weekend, just on the national team roster.
Yep, and Taylor Moreno won Athletes Unlimited, led in points, the MVP of the whole season. And there we see Mastriani with a beautiful dodge and a take. Oh, but just wide.
A fantastic move just to the outside, but that is how dynamic Mastriani is. She was
shifty,
dominant as we get a goal there.
A beautiful take there. That's Jamie Ortega, number 27, a North Carolina graduate. And again, she was part of the training roster, did not make the national team this summer at the World Championship. But listen, they called on her and Jamie showed up ready to roll.
And if you're Jenny Levy right now with the national team, I think you have to love the offensive balance that you're seeing out of this squad. Lots of players getting involved offensively. It was a Puzo on the assist there, the finish by Ortega.
Yeah, and Ortega, she had 466 career points at UNC, 138 goals her senior year. She knows how to play lacrosse, is what I'm trying to say.
She is one of the most exciting, I think, up-and-coming players that you will imagine will be on the Team USA roster for years to come. Her career at Carolina, so impressive. Won the 2022 Honda Award for lacrosse, given to the National Player of the Year.
And another win by Ali, then to McCool, and we are off. Ali Kennedy, that Ali Marie Ali trio is just working so well together, moving the ball around.
And I love how Ali Kennedy was looking for the trailer there. Kenzie Kent working her way up the field. You see the chemistry of this team, but a big stop there by Nicholas.
Yeah, a great stop, and I really like watching, seeing Kenzie and Sam working together behind the net. The two of them were teammates and so familiar with each other, and now Brooklyn Walker-Welch looking upfield to get another Carolina transition going.
You see how important Brooklyn Walker-Welch is on these clears in terms of moving the ball up the field. She plays so many different roles for UNC, and I think last year maybe overlooked at times when you looked at the star-studded roster that UNC had, but I think now everyone knows who she is. Everyone starts to understand how important she is to everything that UNC does.
Absolutely, and I feel like, a couple people are saying, oh, I'm worried about North Carolina. They graduated so many players, but it's next man up mentality, and they've all been playing together. They've all been learning and growing together, so nothing to fear for this national championship winning team. It's business as usual.
Well, and they just continue to reload. You made the point about the transfers and how successful UNC is at getting those players from the transfer portal. Of course, players want to come and play for Jenny Levy. UNC, a great place to get an education. Players want to come get graduate degrees there as we get a stop on the other end of the field.
Yep, and that shot there, Lauren Figueroa looking to get a tally, but Waters says no thank you, gets it on upfield.
Kaylee Waters looking very impressive here in the early goings, as we knew she would.
Yep, and there's Jamie Ortega with it. Ortega, UNC alum. got a chance to watch her play with AU. Her season cut short due to injury. And there are so many pro players on this Team USA roster. 14 players also play professional lacrosse, professional women's lacrosse. And how exciting is it to get to say that?
Absolutely. And I mean, these players have been busy because they have been having national team duties. They've been playing professionally, but you can see in the way that they play the level at which they're competing. And I think it's so critical for the game to have that opportunity, to have those professional opportunities, because you keep playing and it keeps you at the level that you need to be at to compete on the world stage.
Exactly, that it does. And there's Miss Sarah looking to shake her defender. Not quite there. Got an open player, Ortega in the middle. Ortega moves so well in traffic too. That is something that always stands out. You see how she stayed calm when 3-4 defenders were crashing on her, and she's able to get that foul called. Let's see if she gets a tally or maybe just outside of that arch.
It is no overstatement to say that she's the most decorated player in UNC history in terms of what she did in her career for the Tar Heels.
Yep.
You see the shot there by Sam Swart.
Yep, Sam Swart, our field hockey star as well. Getting a look there at the goal, but UNC defense is there to scoop it up, and I'm loving how this defense just gets those grounders. They're not giving up on the ground balls.
And again, you see the speed of Brooklyn Walker-Welch, and I love the decision to push it over to the other side of the field, not just because that's where Brooklyn Walker-Welch was, but also that stretches things out just a bit.
Yep, and spacing is going to be where North Carolina gets an advantage if they're able to use the open space that they're given by Team USA. And there we see Coach Andy Aldave a little bit on the side there, telling him to slow it down a little bit. You know, I think that, again, there's no shot clock, so why rush when you don't have to? We're in the second quarter. 9 minutes of the 15 left. Lots and lots of time to play lacrosse.
And you mentioned Andy Aldave as we get another stop by Kaylee Waters, who's been tremendous on the day so far. What a bench UNC has, and UNC there, heads up play. Kaylee Waters comes out of net, diving play. That's some of the risk taking that we've talked about for Kaylee Waters. She's such an exciting goalkeeper to watch.
She is, and something about Kaylee too, when you see her up close in person, she's not much taller than me, and I'm not super tall, but when she's in the cage, listen, she is moving, she is up, down, all around, and that is something that really, really stands out. That's what Team USA wants, is a goalie that communicates and moves well.
And it's really interesting too, we had the opportunity to talk with Jenny Levy about the two national team goalkeepers that she has in terms of Waters and Moreno, and they have different strengths, different skill sets, and when you're thinking about crafting a roster, it's important to have that. Sometimes it's not even about having the two best goalkeepers, but it's having goalkeepers who have different strengths so that they can match up with different teams.
Exactly, exactly. And if you have two, why not get two that can play both kind of styles of lacrosse that you're trying to cultivate? Something else that stood out from Coach Levy was the emphasis on stick skills. So the young players out there, work on your stick skills and get really, really good with ground balls, passing, catching, long passes, all of those things. Team USA, they have cultivated that. That is why they are here, and Coach Levy wants the world to know stick skills are important.
Free position opportunity once again for the Tar Heels. I believe this is their third. And this time they go for the shot, and it is a rocket.
A beautiful one there by number 7, Riley Casey, the junior out of Bishop Ireton. Woo, what a shot.
So that time, UNC goes for it, and it is a big shot.
And dare I say, shout out to the Trailblazers like Michelle Tumalo, Kayla Trainer, etc. So many players that kind of brought that rocket shot to fruition. You know, Charlotte North is well known for shooting like 100 million miles per hour. So nice one there by Casey as well, adding herself to that list of players that can shoot, listen, from 8-10 meters out.
And look, it's one of the many reasons that Charlotte North is a fan favorite. When you watch her on these free positions, I think everything stops. The crowd just stops to watch Charlotte North, and it has really upped the level of the women's game, brought an extra element of excitement as another great draw control battle. This time we see Kylie Motise in the circle for the Tar Heels.
And we're gonna get a redraw on that one. That did not go above the heads of both players. It must go up and above, up high. So back we go. And fun fact for everyone listening at home, that ref actually also refed me in high school in Montgomery County. So I love seeing him, both of us still doing our thing. There's Sam Swart there, and a nice win off the draw circle.
Move by Sam Swart, who is so athletic, as we've talked about. And then quickly looking to hand off to Olivia Dirks.
And there's Miss Sarah bringing it on over to Kent, taking it around. Would love to see Charlotte North and Sam Apuzzo get some shots on goal. Team USA playing really great unselfish lacrosse, But, you know, got to get my favorites in there too, right? They're all my favorites. But.
Well, and again, we've talked about that balance for Team USA. They have so many different offensive weapons.
And let's see if that pick works out for Charlotte. Almost does, but she is pushed and down she goes.
Diving play for Charlotte North. Free position opportunity coming up for number 50 in white.
Ooh,
and we'll
that
see.
Far left hash. Look at the windup. Look at the windup. Listen, if I was in goal, I would be moving away. And she goes in. Oh, that one there just goes outside.
I like that shot selection, though, because she was going to the inside corner. There was not a lot of real estate there, but she was really going for it. I love that out of Charlotte North.
Yep, and a hustle played there. Number 14, Livy Lawton, the midi played in, sorry, that's number 24 for North Carolina, Liv Piquel. Another midi, bringing it on upfield. And 5 minutes left in this second quarter. We are playing 4 15-minute quarters. Team USA versus North Carolina, celebrating Team USA's gold medal at the World Championship, North Carolina's national championship.
And Jenny Levy telling us that this is really meant to be a bit of a tribute game to that team. The first players invited to participate were the players who were on the roster and the alternates, and then, of course, the players who were on the training roster for Team USA. So this is not really a forward-thinking moment for the national team as much of it is a celebration of what this team all collectively, because it starts with that training team, it starts with being pushed in the training camps, what this group collectively did as a unit on the world stage, and then I think they'll start looking towards 4 more years in the future.
Yep, and great ball movement for North Carolina, getting it upfield. Oh, Caroline Goodine almost hits the goalie there in that one, but gets it back. That's what matters. Get your rebound back, gets it to Worsberger. Worsberger looking to go, but Sam Swart gets so low in that stance. It's like the field hockey stance where you're low to the ground. Ball is moving around.
But you make a great point, because that's what is so important in the game, is you never give up on the play. You don't assume the ball is going in the net. You're ready for the rebound. You're ready to cause the turnover, do whatever it takes to get possession back. And you see that when you see teams playing at the high level that Team USA and UNC play at.
Oh, a nice shot there by Goodine, but stick was in the lane, intercepted. And I love the confidence from the freshman. Her grandparents were so sweet. We're standing next to us earlier today just telling us how excited they were to watch her play. And, you know, it's nice to see family and friends in the stands here at USA Lacrosse cheering on their family, you know, their family members and their friends playing on the field. And there's Mastriani.
Straight down the middle, almost impossible to stop her. Full head of steam.
She did a little somersault. I hope she's okay. Looks like she's good. Safety above all else. Shout out to the refs doing a great job of keeping the game safe. Allie's gonna get a hash on that one. Was fouled as she went to the net.
Tremendous effort there by Mastriani, who's been a standout in the competition so far. She elects not to take the shot. Team USA will set up the offense. They look to get the ball right back to her.
And a nice save there by Sam Apuzzo. Sam Apuzzo, number 16, so much fun to watch. 28 points during the World Championship. Not only can she score, she can also assist. She was actually first on that team in assists, tied with Kayla Traynor. So
when you talked about the unselfish play of Team USA, beautiful opportunity there.
A beautiful, beautiful take.
USA goal by number 18, Kelsey Huff.
So that is Kelsey Huff. The assist to Sam Apuzzo, as if on cue, talking about her ability to distribute to her teammates, and she gets it done.
I can see the future. I'm actually communicating with all the players on the field telepathically, but I mean, that just goes to show they know that it's important to move the ball around, find the open teammate, and a nice take there by Kelsey Huff.
And Sam Apuzzo assisted on the Ortega goal, assisted on the Huff goal. She has been critical in terms of Team USA's offense.
And I think that's what makes Team USA stand out. We saw it this summer as well. The way that they're kind of put together, it's almost like a puzzle, right? There's players that are good at multiple things, they're specialists at certain things, but it all comes together to make this really strong team.
Well, we've talked a lot about that in the men's game so far this weekend, because that is what John Danowski, to kind of preview the game we have coming up after this one, where Team USA's white team will play Maryland. But that's what he's talking about, is that he's not necessarily looking for the 23 most talented players. He's looking for the 23 best pieces to the puzzle. And so a lot of times people look at the decisions made by the national team coaches and they're like, well, why not this person or why not that person? But you're not necessarily looking at the whole picture and the group collectively.
And there's number 9, Nicole Humphrey, the midi with it, senior midi out of Darien, Connecticut. Getting it upfield to number 7, Riley Casey. Oh, and look at the stick skills. Casey handles it even on the ground.
You see that a lot in the men's game, but that's a big play for Riley Casey, and a big battle here for the ground ball. Marie McCool, you see her so quick to the ball. And
McCool so tenacious, gets it Charlotte North with a one-handed catch. Let's see if we get a tally, and we do! A beautiful transition play, McCool to North. I love it.
That is a highlight reel worthy goal of Charlotte North. I think what we've come to expect from Charlotte North, and it's assisted by Marie McCool. And we talked about this in the men's game with Jesse Bernhardt playing in that game against his Maryland team, and how you have to come to play because you're playing for the guys that you coach. And Marie McCool feels the same way. These are the athletes that she coaches, so the things that she preaches in practice about the ground balls, about keeping your head up, about looking for that next pass, she executed all of that right there.
And I'm really impressed by the stick skills that we're seeing all over the field. That one-handed catch by North, staying calm, catching on the move as well. That's so important. That's really like an instrumental part of the growth. So Team USA leading UNC 7-4. We've got 30 seconds left in the second quarter before we head to the half. Such a great contest so far.
And again, remember, at the 30-second mark, the clock will stop. That's when the clock starts stopping in quarters 1 through 3. In our last quarter, it will stop with 2 minutes to go.
Alyssa Long there taking it upfield. Let's see if they can get some magic working from behind the net. Riley Casey.
She's been tremendous. I think she's been a standout for the Tar Heels in the first half of this competition, but you're going to see some patience here.
Got 10 seconds to go. Kaylee Harden with it. Harden looking to get rid of it. Who's open in the middle? Let's see if we get something. Oh, beautiful take there, though, by Long, but just a second too late.
Did not get the shot off before the whistle, and unbelievably fast first half, which we've come to expect with these international rules. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back with halftime highlights and more. It is Team USA leading UNC 7-4.
Yo, yo, yo. Do you know? I've seen it all before. This goes Tiger. Just as sharp from the bending knee. My main man money, the king. There ain't nothing I ain't seen.
Okay, old school. Have you seen someone ball like Ja Morant? You know you can't. You've never seen anyone like a thing. The point guard queen, Sky, or Chloe Kim. Do you know there's never been anyone else like them? Look, OG, no disrespect. I know you think you've seen everything, but you ain't seen nothing yet. Checkmate.
Every player knows the skills you learn on the field can be the foundation for anything you choose to do in life.
Thank you for connecting me to a greater community.
We're growing beyond goals on the field.
And our futures are united.
So thank you, Lacrosse.
For inspiring me to be me.
We are better,
Safer,
And wiser together.
and we're building a stronger future
For everyone.
It is halftime here at U.S. Lacrosse headquarters, and we have been in for a treat, Tari. What a fantastic first half. I think the draws have been phenomenal. We have seen some great goalkeeping play, great offensive balance. I don't think you could ask for much more in this competition.
Listen, I'm not asking for much more. It has been so much fun to watch. The transition game has been phenomenal, especially Marie McCool, Ali Mastriani, Ali Kennedy. The three of them in the midfield were on fire for Team USA, and we'll see that again in the second half.
And also great transition game from UNC. They scored a couple of goals in transition. Let's go ahead and take a look at our first half highlights. There were so many to watch in this competition. You see how quickly players can move the ball up the field. Mastriani with the handoff and a big goal there.
Yeah, beautiful work by Ali Kennedy. And here we're seeing Becerra, the midi, taking it to the right side. Just a beautiful, beautiful shot. It's the shot selection for Team USA. And I think it's made the difference.
It's been so important in a contest like this, but you see the quick passing by Team USA. Wurzburger was huge in the first half.
Yep, and there is Marie McCool. Look how she looks upfield as she's running. Always looking for that next pass.
30 seconds on the clock.
And there she's looking to get to Charlotte North. Looks to take it, and listen, gets it by herself.
Marie McCool was tremendous in the first half. A goal and an assist playing for Team USA. And then Team UNC, again, the transition game, they knew that was going to be the way to score goals in this competition.
Absolutely. Kenzie Kent putting him on skates like she does in hockey.
There we go, landed. You got one in there.
Again at UNC, just beautiful ball movement. Look at Wurzburger, wide open, turn and shoot.
She was not done. That is her second of the first half of this contest. But Team USA quick with the answer. That's Jamie Ortega.
There we go.
Oh, and this beautiful, beautiful take there for North Carolina. Riley Casey just doing what needs to be done.
Come on, Luca. Come on, Landon. Let's see it.
And the goal scoring would continue, making it look easy. That's tough.
10 seconds.
Tough out of USC. I know they're proud and looking from the sunny weather. There's McCool to one-handed Charlotte North. Just a beautiful grab. And look at that shot, the jump and shoot. How do you have time for all that? We need to know.
And that is a highlight reel worthy goal. That's a great one to end on right there. We're going to take another quick break. We will be right back. Cannot wait for the second half coming up in this one.
Yo, yo, yo. Do you know? I've seen it all before. There goes Tiger. Just as sharp with the bended knee. My main man, Money the King. There ain't nothing I ain't seen.
Okay, old school. Have you seen someone ball like John Morant? You know you can't. You've never seen anyone like a thing. The point guard queen, Sky, or Chloe Kim. Do you know there's never been anyone else like them? Look, OG, no disrespect. I know you think you've seen everything, but you ain't seen nothing yet. Checkmate.
Every player knows the skills you learn on the field can be the foundation for anything you choose to do in life.
Thank you for connecting me to a greater community.
We're growing beyond goals on the field.
And our futures are united.
So thank you, Lacrosse.
For inspiring me to be me.
We are better,
Safer.
And wiser together.
And we're building a stronger future.
For everyone.
Welcome back to U.S. Lacrosse headquarters. In addition to all the games going on this weekend, which is so much fun, of course, the other marquee event is the Hall of Fame induction, and there's so many people to recognize in this class. But Tari, I think the one we have to focus on right now is Jenny Levy, the head coach of the national team, the head coach of UNC. When you think about everything that she has done for the sport, what a celebration of her career being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Absolutely. We were just chatting with one of her coaches, Feffy Barnhill, Coach Levy, when she was in the Team USA system, and now getting to see her coach at the Team USA ranks. Coach Levy's had a busy year. She, coached North Carolina to a championship in the spring, and then coached Team USA to gold in the summer, and now we are back. So excited and, just so inspired by how hard she works and what she's produced, and such an honor to get to cheer her on here today.
And so let's go ahead and take a look at all of the individuals who will be inducted this evening into the Hall of Fame. Well, as you can see, that is a star-studded class being inducted into the Hall of Fame. We've talked about Jenny Levy. I think we also have to talk about Sheehan Stanwyck-Birch in terms of what she has meant to the game of lacrosse. One of the most recognizable figures in women's lacrosse anywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Sheehan was a four-time All-American at Georgetown, a Tour-Ton finalist, the NCAA and Big East Attacker of the Year in 2001, and now we see her all over calling games in men's and women's lacrosse, bringing her commentary and her analysis to the game. She just has such a special eye for the game of lacrosse and brings viewers into the experience. So Sheehan is someone that I also look up to. I look up to all these Hall of Fame nominees and inductees, so congratulations to them all.
I think that's right. And one thing that I love about Sheehan Stanwyck-Birch is just making the game accessible for all viewers, for viewers who are experts in the sport, viewers who are just learning the sport. And I think when she came on the scene, it was so huge in terms of helping to grow the game and getting that viewership drawn in to watch women's lacrosse. And now you see the level that it has gotten to when you think about the national championship game at Homewood Field, sellout crowd. That's the level of fan involvement, fan engagement that you're starting to see at this level. You and I were here this summer for the World Championships. Seeing the crowd that turned out for those events was just fantastic to see, and really from all over the world. It was such a fun event to meet people from all over here to support their teams.
Definitely, almost 30 nations. You know, I always said it was like girl power descending on Towson, and that it was just absolutely amazing to get to call games and cheer on teams like Jamaica, Czech Republic, Canada, USA, players from all over the world coming together to celebrate and play a game that we all love. So as we head into the second half, 2 15-minute quarters left. Just looking forward to seeing. I think UNC's got an extra gear in them. They're getting comfortable, but Team USA is not going to let up. There's still a lot more goals ready to be scored.
Well, I think that's right, and I think you will continue to see the coaching staff for UNC switch players around, because this is a part of their fall ball schedule. They're starting to see what players fill into what roles. They're giving a lot of the youngsters and the newcomers a chance here to see where they will fit into the system. So there's a lot of business to be taken care of here, because it's not just about winning the event, wanting to win the game, but it's really about that progression into working towards the spring and trying to defend not only a national championship, but an undefeated season, which is very difficult to do. It's almost hard to imagine that we had two of them, one on the men's side, one on the women's side this year in college lacrosse.
Yeah, very, very hard to do, but if anyone can do it, it is Jenny Levy. She has got lots and lots of plays and knowledge from the Team USA side and the North Carolina side. Phil Barnes, Andy Aldave, and Sam Geyersbach filling in for Jenny Levy on the UNC sideline today. And I think they're just making it happen in stride.
Marie McCool battling there for the draw control. She's been tremendous on the circle, picking up right where she left off from this past summer.
Yep, handing it off to North, who passes it behind the net there to Molly Hendrick. Ball goes out of bounds. North Carolina is going to get it.
It'll be a turnover for Team USA, but I like that decision-making from Charlotte North. Very unselfish play, and you see how quickly UNC will push the ball up the field, realizing they've got a bit of a deficit here to try to overcome.
Yep. And again, we're playing the quarter system. It is international rules, so they've got 15 minutes to play, no shot clock. Team USA is not going to let them keep it for 15 minutes, but the option is there as they move the ball around. Marissa White, a player to watch, freshman out of Pennsylvania, gets it there to number 33, her teammate Sophie Student, a transfer. Student looking to make a splash in the same way Geiersbach did as a transfer.
And Sophie Student, I think, has impressed thus far, has been given a lot of opportunity. We've seen her in the circle. We've seen her working within the offense. And I think it's very clear right now that the thinking is that she's going to have a big role in what the Tar Heels do this spring.
Yeah, and there's number 50, Marissa Scanoni, one of my favorite players to watch. Every time she gets the ball, she makes smart plays. And I'm so glad she's getting some looks with Team USA today. Just someone that does what needs to be done and is a great teammate.
Some patience here out of the Tar Heels coming out of halftime.
Oh, and a turnover. Who else but Mastriani to scoop it and go. Allie Kennedy running with her. Mastriani's looking upfield to see who's open. There's North. Can North shoot from there? She does. Oh, and a nice save.
That is a big-time save by Nicholas, the goalkeeper for the Tar Heels, who was mentored by Taylor Moreno. So she has learned from one of the best. They are so pleased with the progression out of Nicholas. And as you said, I think she's certainly one of the favorites to fill that role coming into the spring.
Yep, and Caroline Gooden there with it. Gives it to Wurzberger. Wurzberger working from behind. Back to Goodine. Oh, and a beautiful look.
And an opportunity coming up here for the Tar Heels. We saw different decision-making on the free position opportunities by the Tar Heels in the first half. This is the freshman, Caroline Godine.
She's getting that far left hash, just a nice lane straight to goal. Hounded by Team USA, chooses not to take it. Oh, Kayla Wood with the interception.
Kayla Wood has been very opportunistic on the day, very aggressive defensively, really setting the tone at times for Team USA. And I think we expected that out of Kayla Wood coming into this weekend.
A tireless defender. That's what I say. Just her footwork, her eye for the ball, and the way she gets those interceptions. Team USA gets that ball upfield, gives it to Belle Smith. Belle Smith, someone to watch for Boston College. If we're talking about players that we're looking forward to watching this season. The ball goes back to North, the two-time Tewaaraton Award winner.
And of course, Boston College is another one of those schools that is synonymous with success in women's college lacrosse. They are always ones to watch as we get an opportunity there by Ellie Massera. But Nicholas has looked very strong in this competition thus far.
She has, looks really confident. There's Jamie Ortega on the ride. Oh, and a nice follow there, but number 17 from North Carolina, Harden just able to make it over the restraining line.
Yeah, it's really interesting because she was one of the players that Jenny Levy highlighted to us in terms of Kayla Harden going up against Allie Mastriani. They are very excited about the young freshman in terms of the entire skill set that she brings to the UNC team.
Absolutely. Harden's there with it, directing a little bit of traffic for North Carolina. Looks like they're wanting to stack on that right side or to the left of the goalie.
Yeah, they created a good isolation there for Nicole Humphrey.
Looks like they called their shooting space, so Humphrey gets her look on that far left.
Humphrey, a player who was involved in the offense last season, now a senior.
Nice
and that is a big goal for Nicole Humphrey, who had 8 last year for the Tar Heels, and I know she's looking to be an even bigger part of UNC's offense.
Yeah, a beautiful take there by Humphrey, staying calm and kind of drawing her defense to that left side.
And credit to Team UNC for coming out strong. The first team to strike here in our second half. Just a 2-goal advantage for Team USA. And again, I like the offensive balance that we're seeing out of the Tar Heels. We knew that Wurzburger was going to have a big day, that she's a go-to player offensively for UNC, but lots of other players getting involved because there's a lot of offensive production that the Tar Heels will have to replace. A lot of it's now on their sidelines, by the way, because Jenny Levy getting fantastic graduate assistance in Geisersbach and Aldave.
Yep. And now we're seeing a different look in the draw circle. We've got Kaylee Harden, number 17 from North Carolina, going up against Olivia Dirks. Dirks also a member of North Carolina.
UNC versus UNC. This is just every day at practice for these two.
Yep. They know how it goes, but still super fun to get to go up against your teammate. And North Carolina is not out of this. That's the craziest, but also the best part, right? It's a competition, and that's what the coaches wanted to cultivate.
Another great battle.
Win. Oh, Belle Smith almost had it. I spoke too soon, but who else but Harden? And Harden just really does a great job getting that to Alyssa Long. Long moving upfield, looking for an open player.
Yeah, Alyssa Long's another one today who's had some good moments for the Tar Heels, another critical part of what UNC's doing out on the field. And right now, I think certainly in the back of the minds for the Tar Heels, I mean, they scored first here in our third quarter. And if they could score here, it's just a 1-goal advantage for Team USA. That's really a game changer.
Yeah, good on working with Kayla Wood. Wood staying with her, but that was a nice little twist movement there. Seeing the ball back with Harden.
Yeah, you're seeing one of the top defensive players, Kayla Wood, who does such a good job, 1v1.
And there's Harden. Does she do it? Oh, just wide. A beautiful lefty take, though, but Sam Forrest there to back the ball. Gets it back, and who else but Kayla Wood? Getting her stick in the way. Just fouls there, so it stays with North Carolina.
Yeah, she'll get whistled there, but she's a very aggressive defender and so reliable. She never takes a play off. As we talked about, really always opportunistic, always looking to cause a turnover.
Yep. There's Wurzburger. We're getting a look at her from above goal line extended. She can score from anywhere, really closely defended there.
You see Wurzburger, beautiful pass. Trying to get Humphrey involved again.
A nice save by Scanoni, gets that back for her team. Again, the little hustle plays all make a difference. Just under 8 minutes left in the third quarter. We are playing 4 15-minute quarters. This is the second half.
And you know, it's really interesting because every time I talk with Jenny Levy, she always has an eye towards how to grow the game, how to make the game more exciting, more fan-friendly. She really has an eye towards the future of women's lacrosse. But I also look at her teams and I think to myself about how disciplined they are in terms of everything that they do. And I think she strikes a nice balance in terms of wanting that fan-friendly environment, but also having a team play very disciplined.
Absolutely, and there's Belle Smith, closely marked there by Alyssa Long. Smith keeps it with her, moves the ball around, back to Sam Mapuzzo. There's Jamie Ortega. USA is going to take their time as we hit that 7-minute mark. USA leading 7-5.
Yeah, so we are seeing some extended possessions here, one for UNC, and now we do see Team USA working the ball around, getting everyone involved in the offense. That was great defensive coverage. What a slide there. That was Harden.
Yeah, great movement there by the North Carolina defense to stay with Team USA. An unlucky turnover. And now we're seeing Long as UNC pushes upfield. A beautiful pass there to Sam Forrest.
UNC looking very strong in their clearing game.
Ooh, like she does it, Melissa Scanoni. I'm a stan, I'm sorry. Everyone knows that about me. Everyone knows that about me. I just love players that make the most of every opportunity, and she was in the right place at the right time. A beautiful take.
So many important things, by the way, about this goal. But as you talked about, Scanoni doing a nice job here finishing. That's Godine, by the way, the freshman on the assist. But for UNC, it's more balance, right? It's more diversity in the offense, which is a really good sign for the Tar Heels. They also cut the lead to just 1. They are so very much in this contest. And not only that, but they're leading 2-0 here in the third quarter.
Yep. Just one more goal. Listen, we are in for a good time. And this is what the coaches want to see, right? If you're North Carolina, when else would you get to say, oh, I got to play against the best team in the world, literally the best of the best in the whole wide world. This is fun for everyone involved.
Now it's Modis in the draw control circle. Another freshman for the Tar Heels, who have a tremendous recruiting class that has come in this season. What a win by Marie McCool. I mean, she's one of the best in the business along the draw control circle, and how quickly she moves the ball up the field is something to watch.
It is, and good one there by Kenzie Kent, backing the ball, getting it to Jamie Ortega. Ortega looking to go. She can, such a great dodger, but taking care of the ball. Team USA not necessarily in a rush. They don't have to rush it, but I think this is a good time to start really separating themselves from North Carolina, putting a little bit kind of more their foot on the pedal and getting some more goals in there.
Well, but I also think for Team USA, it's a matter of managing the moment. They're up by 1. This is an important possession as the Tar Heels have scored back-to-back here in the third quarter. This is the moment where you want a really smart, high-percentage opportunity, and great defense by the Tar Heels.
Oh, and beautiful, beautiful work. They're scrambling that Team USA offense. Allie Kennedy is fighting for that ground ball. Sam Mapuzo grabs it. But North Carolina, listen, they're not going to go down easy, and I just loved how the two defenders up top came and crashed. We're seeing them play just about man defense. We're not really going to see a lot of, kind of zone defenses on either side, and so it's interesting to see how many people are crashing, and a great save there.
Another great save by Nicholas, who I think has been a standout in this contest for UNC. They don't rebuild, they just reload, and you're seeing that right now in the goalkeeper position. You have Taylor Moreno, who graduates, but waiting in the wings, the sophomore goalkeeper, Nicholas, has been tremendous in this outing today.
And not one UNC player looks scared. That's what I really love about this team. They're taking the opportunity to play against the best and the best. And really, they play against the best of the best every day in practice anyway. But this is just that next level up. And even the freshmen, no one looks spooked. Everyone is just doing what they need to do. And Scanoni with it, we just saw her get a tally, moving it.
And I think it's hard. It's easy in one respect because they've played against Jamie Ortega. They play against Olivia Dirks in practice. So this is not a moment to be intimidated by. This is a moment to rise to the challenge because you know you can compete with the best in the world. You play with them in practice.
And who knows, they might be the next Team USA roster. There we see Wurzberger, and that's someone I'm keeping an eye on to be part of, not just the Sixes team, which you saw her in Birmingham play for Sixes USA. And Kayla Wood there, just a little overzealous on the check, so she is going to sit out for a couple minutes.
So Kayla Wood will come out, and an opportunity here for Team UNC, who has come out blazing here in the third quarter, have really executed so well. Not exactly sure what Phil Barnes said at halftime, but clearly had quite an impact on his team.
Yep, and North Carolina, they have 6 players. They get to make it work. USA has got 5, so they're going to really have to adjust the way that they're moving and cover a little bit more ground. North Carolina does a great job of pulling their defender away to make space for their teammates, so we kind of see them at all points of the arches, moving the ball around. That pass to Goodine, just errant, but stays with UNC.
And you see the patience here because they realize that they don't necessarily want a quick shot. They want the best shot that they can get on this opportunity.
Yeah, and I love how they're taking advantage of the time to talk, directing traffic. We see them pointing to each other, saying, move here, go there. That's how you beat a team like this. You have to be strategic. You can't just be willy-nilly.
Well, and the communication, it's so important. And sometimes the best players on the team aren't necessarily the most talented. They're the best communicators. As we get a hit to the face there, Darcy Felter.
Yeah, and that one is going to be another one that's called against Huff. So Team USA is going to be down 2 players. They now have 4 defenders.
What a chance here. 2 players up for UNC. This is Darcy Felter, another one of the freshmen, center hash on the free position opportunity. Will she go for it? She's going to hand off for the pass over to Scanoni.
Yep. And that was a good decision. I think it's, why rush it if you don't have to? You've got just a little over 2 minutes, or just about 2 minutes with 2 defenders down, 2 extra players. This is a great chance to be strategic. Love the pointing and the movement, getting the ball around.
Meanwhile, for Team USA, this is a really good test of being 2 players down on the defense.
Oh, a nice save. Wurzberger gets it back, though. The reflexes of UNC are amazing. The way they get rebounds back so quickly. Oh, a nice shot, but a save there.
That is a big-time stop. None other, by the way, than Taylor Moreno.
Yep. Love to see Moreno there Turnover for Team USA, so the ball is going back North Carolina's way. We've got 30 seconds. Can they tie it in 30 seconds? I think they can.
This is a big moment for both of these two teams, because for Team USA, if they are able to withstand this, that is a big defensive moment for this team. But for UNC, they could tie things up here, and perhaps the best opportunity to do so. And a great ground ball right there, scooped up.
Nice work by Meg Dowdy. I mean, one of the best defenders in Team USA history. Stays calm and doesn't get them that opportunity to take the last shot. Allie Kennedy's going to take it as we wind down in the third quarter. 15 more minutes. It is not over yet, folks.
It absolutely is not. So much excitement here at US Lacrosse headquarters. We're going to take another quick break. We will be right back with fourth quarter action. Team USA leading UNC 7-6.
Yo, yo, yo. Do you know? I've seen it all before. There goes Tiger. Just a shot from the bended knee. My main man, Money the King. There ain't nothing I ain't seen.
Okay, old school. Have you seen someone ball like John Morant? You know you can't. You've never seen anyone like a thing. The point guard queen, Sky, or Chloe Kim. Do you know there's never been anyone else like them? Look, OG, no disrespect. I know you think you've seen everything, but you ain't seen nothing yet. Checkmate.
Every player knows the skills you learn on the field can be the foundation for anything you choose to do in life.
Thank you for connecting me to a greater community.
We're growing beyond goals on the field.
And our futures are united.
So thank you, Lacrosse.
For inspiring me to be me.
We are better,
Safer.
And wiser together.
And we're building a stronger future
For everyone.
It is a 1-goal advantage for Team USA as we go into the all-important fourth quarter here. What a contest we have had so far. I think the stars have come to shine. I think a lot of questions getting answered for Team UNC in terms of who's going to fill certain roles vacated by graduation.
Definitely. We've seen players like Worsberger, who we expected, but we've also seen Harden, we've seen Scanoni, we've seen Goodine, the freshmen. Freshmen really standing out and making their names known on this field.
And I think student as well. We've seen a lot of the transfer from Virginia Tech. And credit to UNC, a big third quarter for the Tar Heels. Was so impressed how they came out, scored the first 2 goals of the quarter. Just a tremendous effort by this club.
Yep, no one is afraid, and that's what you've got to play with. You've got to play all out. There we see Sam Mapuzzo chasing down the ball, but a nice win by Forrest.
Sam Forrest, only a sophomore, so quick to the ball. And that's a big draw control win for the Tar Heels to start things off here.
Definitely gets it over to number 35, Newman. Newman pushing it upfield. North Carolina only down by 1. We've got 15 minutes left in the game, but a nice showing. I'm sure their coaches are proud.
No, I think they absolutely are in terms of it. And I think to your point, just how they've played with no fear, really understanding that they can go toe-to-toe with the best in the world. And that's really promising when you think about starting their spring season, how they're going to look to defend their national championship.
Yep. Yeah, and North Carolina graduated some key people. Jamie Ortega, Ali Mastriani, Sam Geyersbach, Andy Aldave, the list goes on. And so people, you know, are kind of whispering, they're like, well, what are they going to look like? They have such a young team, etc. But again, this is Jenny Levy we're talking about. She knows what she's doing. She knows how to recruit, how to build her players, and empower her players to play next man up mentality.
And it's really interesting when you talk to her because she talks a little bit about the types of players that she tries to bring into her system. As we talked about earlier, defense is really important to her. Having those true two-way middies who she talks about, you don't see that as much in the game anymore, but that's something she looks for in terms of players that can be on her roster. So if you're a young player wanting to play for UNC, keep in mind, defense so huge, being able to play good man-to-man defense if you're a midi.
Oh, and Apuzzo has an opportunity. Can they do it? They do!
Charlotte North.
Whoa, open net. Ball movement so quick. I mean, Sam Apuzzo, like I mentioned, not only can she score, but she can assist, and Charlotte was just darting down wide open, sneaks it in there.
To tell you, I think that Sam Apuzzo has actually been one of the most dynamic players in this game. Not from a goal scoring standpoint, but from all the assists that she's dished out today and all the little plays that she's made. She has felt to me like the glue to what Team USA is doing, and that is so critical to have a player like Sam Apuzzo on the roster.
Yeah, especially with, you know, Taylor Cummings retiring. Cummings, the three-time Tour-a-Ton winner, only three-time Tour-a-Ton award winner for men or women, All-American at Maryland, All-World, just an amazing, amazing player, taking command and really leading that team. And I think there's room, you know, in space for Sam to be that leader as well, especially with the plays that she makes.
I think that's right. When you think about Taylor Cummings, she was the most recognizable face in the sport. All the young players knew who Taylor Cummings were. The young lacrosse players wanted to be Taylor Cummings. Now it seems like that mantle has shifted to Charlotte North as one of the players, but I think there's other players that are going to rise up too in terms of really being these fan favorites that help the game and the sport grow.
Oh, and a little give and go and a nice save by Moreno.
Great passing by UNC, but point blank range shot is stuffed by Moreno. We've been very impressed with her, and I think the goalkeeping by Team USA and an answer on the other end. That's Ellie Macera.
A beautiful, beautiful take by Macera. Such good movement. Current collegiate player, but listen, playing on Team USA, like it's just, she's been doing this forever.
And she's been impressive today as well. Second goal for Macera. The Stony Brook standout, has more years of eligibility there. And I am so excited to continue to watch her career, not just on the collegiate level, but on the national team level as well. She is so dynamic, small in stature, but certainly makes a statement out on the lacrosse field.
Small but mighty.
That is exactly right. It will be Mastriani back in the draw control circle to square off against Kaylee Harden. This was the battle we were so excited to see, the veteran, the youngster, going head-to-head in the circle. And that time, ball not getting a lot of height on it, so a battle for the loose ball, and it's won by Alyssa Long, who continues to make her imprint on the contest in terms of doing a lot of the little things for UNC.
Yeah, beautiful work there by Long, and the little things matter, right? You know, sometimes we're gonna call out the goals, we're gonna call out who had the assist or who had the save, etc., but the little things are what build the team up and what glue the team together. McCool closely marking her players. She's also an assistant coach, played at North Carolina and now coaches, so I'm sure it's kind of fun to get to play against your coach.
Well, I'm sure it is, and you don't need a scouting report. You know the roster from top to bottom. So Marie McCool, perhaps the most prepared player coming into this game, because she thinks all the time about how to stop the Tar Heels as she prepares them for contests. We get another free position opportunity here for UNC.
Figueroa. A close one there, but it does go out of bounds. Ganoni quick to get it back. Marked closely by Kayla Wood. Doesn't skip a beat, but got someone in the middle. Can she do it? Oh, and a nice little tip there by Moreno.
Just to the outside for Humphrey, but that was a great find in the middle. And now you see Team USA in transition so quickly, bringing the ball up the field. Dangerous pass, looking for Charlotte North, who spins out of it. Charlotte North over top of the goal, but what a moment. I think every fan in the arena here. So excited.
I think we all held our breath collectively. But the stick skills, like, yes, she can shoot and score and does it beautifully, but her stick skills to me are #1 on the list of her skills. And there's Sam Puzo, a nice pick there set by North. Not quite there. Brooklyn Walker-Welch marking closely. A nice shot there by Puzo, but a save by Nicholas.
I like that take, though, by Puzo. As we talked about, has really been the glue in the game today, looking for her shot.
Yep.
Really showing the entire skill set today is Sam Puzo.
Yeah, and I think something else about both teams, what really stands out about Team USA is they are dynamic, right? It's not just one movement. You're not just doing the same movement over and over again. You're taking all the things in your toolbox and you're utilizing what you have.
We talked about Kaylee Waters, who comes very far out of goal to bring the ball up the field. That time it was Nicholas almost crossing the midfield line.
Yep.
And now UNC setting up their offense, had cut the margin to 1, now finding themselves down by 3, and really a credit to Team USA. We talked about recognizing the moment,
yep,
putting your foot on the gas pedal. Great defense there by Allie Kennedy, so tenacious.
Yep, and Harden had a little slip there, but back up she goes, gets it to Nicole Humphrey, another player that's probably going to be a staple for this UNC offense. And beautiful defense by Team USA, not giving them too much breathing room. Looks like we've got a stack up top, maybe giving Worsberger a little bit of room to work with. Worsberger, one of the most prolific high school lacrosse players, 1,023 points, and that is with missing a senior year to COVID.
Truly impressive what she was able to do at that level, and now has elevated that to the college game. And she's going to draw so much attention by defenses all season long. She's at the top of the scouting report. What she did last year was phenomenal, but it's going to be interesting to see this progression now that she's an upperclassman, a junior. Great defense again, by the way, by Wood, who has been tremendous in this competition.
Definitely, and they forced that pass from Scanoni. It does go out of bounds. A nice try by Harden.
It was great awareness by Harden. She knew exactly where she was, trying to save that ball and keep it in bounds, but quickly the other way. Mastriani leading the charge up the field, and I think a smart decision to let Team USA set up their offense.
Yep, we're just under 7 minutes in the 4th and final quarter of this game. Team USA leading 9-6. There's North, known for the fancy stick work. Loses it for a second, but gets it back, marked by Brooklyn Walker-Welch. That's not a new matchup. We saw it happen in the World Championship.
And it was a fun one to watch, and Jenny Levy took so much pride in watching Brooklyn Walker-Welch defend against some of the best players in the world and really hold her own, which did not come as a surprise to Jenny Levy, who is such a fan of Brooklyn Walker-Welch.
Yep. And something I loved, during our conversation with Coach Levy is just how much she supports her players, right? Going to see Emily Knowles play from England, going to see Brooklyn Walker-Welch play for Canada, cheering them on, even as they played against each other, right? I think that's what it means to be a coach and why her players love her. And there we see a beautiful shot by Charlotte North.
We've almost come to expect that from Charlotte North on these free position opportunities. She has so much pressure on her shoulders because of the expectations that she has set by the level of play that we have seen from her in her career, and she never disappoints. No matter what game you're watching, Charlotte North comes to play. She comes to impress. She really provides those momentum moments for her team, and that was another big exclamation point by today's number 50.
Yeah, definitely an exclamation point. And I've had a chance to chat with Charlotte a number of times, and what really stands out to me is just how much she gives props to her teammates. It's never, oh, I won the Tour-a-thon 2 times because I'm really great and I'm amazing. It's my teammates put me in the best positions, and they found me, and they helped me, and they encouraged me. And she does the same for her teammates as well.
And that's really important when you're putting together a roster of players for Team USA, to have players who are great teammates. We talked about that a lot in watching the men's national team play as well, as you see how quickly Massera gets up the field, but a big defensive play by the Tar Heels.
And I love seeing Nicholas come out of cage like that. It makes it kind of fun, right? But not a lot of opportunities to pass the ball around there. Team USA crashing on Matisse, but North Carolina is able to get it over their straining line.
I think UNC has really held their own today, and they've given us glimpses of what the future looks like for the Tar Heels, and it is very exciting. I love all of these fresh new faces out on the field. There's no level of drop-off, and I think that's been a big theme today. We saw Maryland play in the first game. We got to see some of their exciting new freshman class who came to play, a couple of big defenders, some offense as well, and now we're seeing that from UNC because both of these programs, two of the most well-known programs in the sport in terms of Maryland and UNC, every single year get top recruits, top talent, and we're seeing a lot of it on display this weekend.
Yeah, and a bit of a scramble there, but the ball stays with Team USA. Moreno, the beautiful long clear to Belle Smith. Oh, but someone
Look
is
at the
on
speed
her
and
tails.
quickness. Liv Peichel, she's had some moments today as well.
Absolutely, and I love the disruption in the midfield too, right? Just because they get the ball doesn't mean you have to let them take it upfield. And that's something North Carolina's lived by. They've been there on the ride every time.
And once again, you see the patience, the methodical offense of UNC that we have seen this afternoon. Biding their time, recognizing they're down by 4, but wanting to finish this game very strong. Good look inside to Kylie Modis.
And again, Kayla Wood is right there. She marks so closely to the ball, moves so well, and is just watching, knows where all of the offense is. It's so fun to get to see her, you know, playing with Team USA. She was an alternate, same with Kenzie Kent, but both of them stepping into these roles, and who knows what could happen at the next World Championship.
And I think the one theme that stands out to me of this contest, and it's not a surprising theme, is that the future is so bright. For Team USA, you have a number of players who have been so critical to the women's game retire, but you see all the players that are left to carry the mantle. For Team UNC, we know what they lost to graduation. It was a lot of firepower and, of course, a big defensive presence back in goal in terms of Taylor Moreno. And you see the drop-off just has not happened. Future very bright for the Tar Heels as well.
And for Team USA, they are without one of their key players, I would say, on the midfield and offense. Kylie Ohlmiller, she was injured during the World Championship, but a fantastic player as well. Stony Brook alum. There goes Charlotte North to the goal!
Charlotte North with the hat trick, really starting to take over and assert herself in this contest. We felt like she was a little quiet early on. You were calling for one of those big Charlotte North moments. We have ended up with a lot of them as this game has progressed, as we knew we would. Again, she never fails to be amazing in these competitions.
And something I noticed about Charlotte, and I think this happens obviously with every player after graduation, right? When they're and their college team, they're probably the #1 scorer every single time. Got to get multiple goals, got to do all these things. When they come to the Team USA system or to the professional level, they don't necessarily have to or maybe have the same room to do all of those big plays, but you have to find new ways to make impact, whether it's the little things, it's assisting, it's scoring. Charlotte had to diversify the way she takes shots, right? She wasn't just going to get every single rocket shot that came her way. Had to start assisting more, moving more, dodging more, and she's adjusted very well. That's why she made such a splash, being, you know, a first-time player for Team USA.
And you love to see that maturity out of players who are used to being the big-time scorer, but they draw the defense, so they have to adjust, and they have to become a known distributor and a player that can set up their teammates. And the evolution and the progression of Charlotte North's game has been tremendous. And you can say that for so many of the players who are out on the field right now who have been in similar situations and have elevated their game, and that's why they're some of the best in the world.
Yep, absolutely. We've got 1:30 left in the game. USA leading 11-6, but North Carolina held their own. So much fun to watch. There's McCool with it. Called her name a bunch today. Just so much fun in transition to watch. Back to Charlotte North. Looks like they're going to try to get one more, maybe a couple more. It only takes 6 seconds to score in women's lacrosse, so. Oh, another one for North. Too easy on that left side.
And again, you see the diversification in terms of what she's doing out on the field, but every goal has been so athletic for Charlotte North. She now has 4 in this contest. Has been such a sight to see for the fans on hand today, and we really have a standing room only crowd at this point. The stands are full. There are fans across on the far side of the field on blankets and chairs they've brought on their own. to watch the contest here today. This is always a fan favorite event that you really get to see some of the best in the world, some of the best in the college game. You really could not ask for much more.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful day, a beautiful fall day in Sparks, in Maryland. Always love being home in the DMV, even though I'm in Atlanta now. So nice to be back with family and, of course, watching lacrosse. I spent a lot of time here this summer for Athletes Unlimited, so always nice to be back at this beautiful facility that USA Lacrosse has created.
And another great moment for Brooklyn Walker-Welch.
Just beautiful way to get right to that ground ball so quickly and scoop it up and move to transition. Oh, that one hits the goalie on the head. It happens to the best of us.
Good take there by Modis. She's a senior on this roster for the Tar Heels.
40 seconds left in the game. Does North Carolina have one more in them? Behind the goal goes to Wurzburger. She's marked by Dowdy. How cool is that? The best defender in the world marking up against you. That's a challenge you welcome, right?
It certainly is, and I think it will be like a career highlight.
And Casey with it, taking it around, marked by McCool. We're under 20.
What a find. A big goal, the hat trick for Caitlin Wurzburger. Talk about exclamation points.
That was beautiful. The little ping, we heard the sound. Like, it was like ping, ping.
UNC finishing strong. You have to love it out of the Tar Heels, who have been phenomenal on the afternoon. They have so much to celebrate in terms of what they've done here on the field. And for Caitlin Wurzburger, cannot wait to see the spring season for number 15 in blue.
And great vision there by Casey as well. She was turning and looking. She wasn't just trying to get out of traffic. She knew, you know what, they're all looking at me. Someone is going to be cutting through and is going to be open. Takes that, and we've got 16 seconds left in the game.
Harden and Mastriani in the draw control circle for their respective teams. The draw battle today has been very fun to watch. It always is in women's lacrosse. But you have one of the best in the world, Mastriani. You have great up-and-comers for UNC, and this one will be won by Team USA and Mastriani.
A beautiful win there by Ali, as always, gets it over to Marie McCool. They're just so smooth with it with the transition. McCool gets another for USA with 1 second left on the clock.
She has come to impress her team in this competition. Marie McCool, who I think has so much pride in terms of being in today's game because she's very proud of her alma mater, her UNC team. She's very proud of what the national team has done for the sport on the world stage, the consistency in terms of winning world championship after world championship. She has been such a big part of that, such a big part of the growth of the sport. Marie McCool is just synonymous with women's lacrosse.
Yep, McCool, an all-world selection, the only all-world player playing for Team USA right now after some retirements and, you know, some other coaching duties that players that, you know, are at this level have for their own teams. So much fun to watch. We've got 1 second left. USA 13, North Carolina 7. But again, North Carolina held their own. I'm so impressed by the freshmen.
So as you said, with 1.7 seconds remaining in a contest who I think from a fan's perspective has gone by way too fast.
Yep. And that does it. Team USA wins it 13-7. Thank you all for tuning in. It has been so much fun calling this game alongside Monica.
It really has been a tremendous effort between these two teams. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back with second half highlights. There are a lot to take a look at. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Yo, yo, yo. Do you know? I've seen it all before. This goes Tiger. Just the sharp from the bended knee. My main man, money, the king. There ain't nothing I ain't seen.
Okay, old school. Have you seen someone ball like John Morant? You know you can't. You've never seen anyone like a thing. The point guard queen, Sky, or Chloe Kim. Do you know there's never been anyone else like them? Look, OG, no disrespect. I know you think you've seen everything, but you ain't seen nothing yet. Checkmate.
Every player knows the skills you learn on the field can be the foundation for anything you choose to do in life.
Thank you for connecting me to a greater community.
We're growing beyond goals on the field.
And our futures are united.
So thank you, Lacrosse.
For inspiring me to be me.
We are better,
Safer,
And
and wiser together.
And we're building a stronger future
For everyone.
We had a good one on our hands this afternoon. Team USA pulling away from UNC off of a 4-goal effort by Charlotte North. But I think, Tari, so much to be pleased about on both sides of the field. It was so competitive. It was so much fun for the fans. I think every objective was accomplished.
Definitely. Everything was checked off the list. I am so impressed by UNC, especially their younger players, how they stepped up. No one looked afraid out there. No one looked shook up just because, 5 of the best players ever graduated. It was next person up mentality. And then for Team USA, the midfield looked phenomenal. Marie McCool, Ali Kennedy, Ali Mastriani looked so fun to watch. There are so many players doing all the little things coming together, this amazing puzzle. That's why they won gold, and what a great way to celebrate them today.
And I think for Team UNC to come out and score the first 2 goals of the third quarter, that's a big statement right there. And so speaking of our second half, let's go ahead and take a look at our second half highlights. There were a lot of them to watch. As we talked about, UNC came out all fired up, getting lots of different players involved in the offense. That was a big goal by Caroline Godin.
Yep, and beautiful work moving the ball so well, getting Scanoni involved, Godin involved, so many players coming in, and there's Ellie Masseri streaking down the midfield, getting her tally as well. And Charlotte North, known for that shot, so much power behind that turn and shoot.
Charlotte North really started to take over in the second half of this contest. She's a big reason that Team USA started to pull away in this contest. We saw the entire skill set, great stick skills there. Yep. The spin, the change of direction, and the shot placement by Charlotte North.
And that's why she led the team in goals this summer. She pushed them to the gold. There's Wurzburger. The future of UNC is bright. Look at the way she passes the ball, moves the ball, shoots the ball. There's Marie McCool. Just so much fun to watch coming in from the midfield.
So lots to celebrate today. So many big moments in this contest. You see both teams out on the field. And I think, once again, this is a great time to celebrate Jenny Levy, who will be inducted into the Lacrosse Hall of Fame this evening. And this game, such a credit to her and what she's been able to do.
Absolutely. Coach Levy, congratulations. Thank you for inspiring everyone in this game, not just in women's lacrosse, around the world. Every single person is so inspired by all you've accomplished and will continue to accomplish. So I hope that you get to celebrate and feel the love that you deserve.
But let's look ahead briefly, because we're not done. We have one more game coming up this afternoon. We have Maryland, the men's defending champions. They're going to take on Team White of the Team USA men's squad in what promises to be a third fantastic game that we've had on the slate for today.
I am very, very excited. Big fan of Maryland. As I said, I'm from the DMV, and also of Coach Tillman, a coach I respect. So super excited to watch. And then, of course, Coach Janowski on the USA side, another coach I admire. We're just getting to watch the best of the best face off.
So don't forget to join us back. Tari and I will be here at 2:30 for the men's white team versus Maryland. But in this one, it was Team USA over UNC in this afternoon's contest.